my name is Sasindambi, and I happen to be one of the people who were at Sasol garage when it was going down on the 2nd of December, or should I say the 3rd of December, because it was after 12 a.m. So, you guys, like, I've seen this story going around, and I was one of the people who were there. So I just thought, let me just tell you my side of the story. I bet there is no garage famous as the Sasol garage at Nazareth Street right now in South Africa. But anyway, yeah. So this is what happened. We went to the show, and everything was cool. Like, everything was very, very organized and stuff in the stadium, and people performed. Beyonce performed. She was the last performance with her husband, Jay-Z. And then after that, we had to catch transport. A lot of us were using Uber. So we walked, because there was a lot of traffic. We were like 65,000 people when I hear it. So there was a lot of traffic walking out of the stadium, and most of the Uber drivers just didn't want to come in the the stadium. So we had to walk up to Sasol garage, which is like 1.4 kilometers away, and it's 12 midnight. But we were a lot, you would assume we were walking in groups, we're a lot, and you would think because we're a lot we're about maybe safer. But no, it wasn't the case. We walked up. So I was saying we had to catch transport at Sasol garage. We walked up there in masses. We were a lot, walking in groups, thinking we are safe because we're a lot and in groups, and there's, well, not so many police around. But yeah, we didn't think like those things would happen. We get to Sasol garage, wait for a few minutes, calling the Uber drivers, and they're like, no, there's a lot of traffic, we can't come in. We are stuck in traffic, just wait there. We did wait and stuff, and after a few minutes, maybe about 20 minutes after standing there, people started screaming, people started running. So I was like, right at the cross thingy. It's not even a crossroad, but like far, a little bit far from the garage this side. So people ran, and we started running. Everyone just started running. We ran into cars. Like, the good thing about it, well, better, because the cars were moving really slow because of the traffic, so no one got hit by a car. But if cars were really moving, something like that would have happened, because we were just running, like looking at, because everyone was just so scared. So a few so we don't know where to go. I'm with my uncle and this other girl, and we're like, where do we stand? So my uncle starts calling the Uber, and the Uber is like, oh, I'm stuck in traffic again. Da da da. If you can move further up, okay. Further up is where there is real chaos. It's where there is serious, people are getting mugged, like, for real. We try to move up there, and we come across this car, and I don't know, what where the discussion came from, and we're like, we're trying to move up there so we can get our Uber really fast, and he's like, no, go up there, these boys have nothing. And I'm sitting there thinking, really, these people could come down here to take people's things without anything? Like, they couldn't even grab a butter knife. I don't trust it. So I was like, because when we were walking up there, people started screaming and running back again, and I was like, no, I'm not going there. I'm going, because where we were standing was like closer to the police who were controlling the traffic and everything. So I was like, not going there. I can't. Like, that's the hot spot of crime. I'm not going there. So we went back and stood by the. You see, it's like a T road situation, right at the T, like in the middle of the road. That's where I was standing, because like it felt like a little bit safer, because there was the police who were controlling the traffic. But people didn't stop screaming. People came down crying. Like, people were crying. People were like, guys, it was so horrible. My whole body was shaking. This guy who was standing next to me, guys, we're standing next to the police at this point. This guy who was standing next to me is like, oh my gosh, they just tried to snatch my bag twice right here. And I'm like, we are standing literally next to the police, and wow. So we're standing there, super, super careful. I'm holding my fanny pack really tight at this point. I'm scared for my life. People are crying. People saw horrible things, and I see this other guys, like it was so bad. So people come down crying, right? And they're trying to tell the police that right at the up there's a lot of people getting mugged. There's people who are thinking, who are taking people's stuff, who are threatening them, who are showing them knives and all of those scary things. And they, I was standing next to the police, so I saw all the reaction of the police. They didn't do anything. They literally ignored the people who were crying and everything. And when I saw today, yesterday in the news, and people were like, the police were bullying the public. Kind of true. They were telling us move over there. Like they were not polite at all. And yeah, the only focus that they had was to control the traffic, and which they did not really do a good job on. I'm sorry to say this, but they didn't. Cause like they were trying to block out cars so the cars don't do a U-turn and everything. Where I was standing, it's literally where the cars U-turn, because some drivers are very irresponsible and they don't care about everyone else, and they're causing more traffic by doing the U-turn, blocking the cars that are coming from this side and slowing the cars that are coming from this side. So it was like horrible. So the police were like, no, 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 go this way, go this way. And after it was so chaotic, like people were turning irrespective of whether the police say it or not. Like there was an incident where a police and a driver got into like a very big heated argument because that guy tried to turn, so he blocked the car, and they're like, no, you cannot turn, you cannot turn. But when he's arguing with that one driver, a million other drivers are doing U-turns right there, and it's like, why me? They're like, you started it. So everything else is being ignored. Like there's more even traffic now. They are just literally focusing on this one guy who U-turned. Okay, whatever, they finally let him pass. Like, so after a while they think of bringing the cones. I'm like, and all this time, like they could have just done that a long time ago. So they come with the cones and block out the road, right? They blocked out, and then look, moving. Okay, I was saying they came with the cones, I mean the cones, and blocked out the road so that the people don't U-turn. But they do that and move away. So they put the cones and move away. What do people do when you put cones where they want to turn and you move away, like no control at all? People get off their cars, like they're literally blocking the road, and our Ubers are not getting there because people are blocking the road. They literally just stand, get out of the car, push the cones off, and U-turn. Yeah, South Africans do a lot. I was like, wow, wow. This other girl tried approaching this one driver. She was like, our Ubers are on the way here. Like, you can't block the road, and we've been standing. At this time, it's 2 o'clock. I've been standing there from 12 a.m. This is not a joke. So okay, until we had to start being stubborn and just drag the cones back, and then this other guy comes like, can you please remove the cones, I need to use, and we're like, no, we're not doing that, it's not happening. So you know, we're even starting to fight against each other. Okay, finally after a long time, the police decide, they're like, no, let's leave the traffic, let's go and get the guys, because there was still screams, there was still terrifying screams. Like one after every 5 seconds you would hear a terrible scream, and we had to run like this. But my uncle talked some sense into me. He was like, don't run, because if you run you will fall, people step on you, and you will die. And I was like, kind of makes sense. It was like, these things happen during derby matches, you don't want to run. If you are moving, walk, don't run. And I was like, yeah, sure, not running. So even though I was getting scared and shaky, I was trying to stick to the T section because it felt safer there. There was the police who was supposed to protect us, but whatever. So when I was watching the news yesterday, they were like, we're out of the safety zone, because we were 1.4 kilometers away from the FNB stadium. So according to them, we're out of the safety zone, which is why we didn't have as many police. But when we were going in, another one also called and said when we were going in there was a lot of police presence, and when we were coming out there wasn't. Exactly, when we were going into the event, the number of police even got me scared. Like I was even shaking, like so many police. There was so many police. Some were on horses. There was what is this, a plane going around thingy, monitoring the place. We were safe when we were going in, but when we were going out, the number of police went down. So okay, so the police eventually decided to go up, right? They went up to get the guys, and I know we are saying a lot of things about the police, but I'm going to give them credit for this one. In no time, they caught 5. I was like, whatever strategy you used right there worked. Like after a few minutes after the police went up to get, like, they literally just came back with them. Like, it's like they just got somewhere and took them. They chased them down and arrested 5 of them, and I was like, you guys worked now. So that's what happened, and they took those guys to the thingy, and they arrested them. So a little bit there, it was like a tiny bit safer. But and it was at this time maybe at around 2:30. I can't really say what time it was. I wasn't checking my phone and stuff. But we had been harassed. We had been scared through all of this time. People were crying. Like, the traffic was horrible. And one more thing that happened. Okay, so okay, the thugs were mean to us, of course. The police were also mean because they were like not treating us polite or anything like that, and they were fighting with us even, and we were also fighting against each other, which is like ridiculous. Like, why do we do that? Okay, so Ubers were called, right? So the Ubers my Uber didn't arrive from 12 o'clock until 3, and we ended up having to call another Uber because it stopped picking up the phone, and this is what happened. So I see an Uber comes down, right? We are standing there, and this guy knocks on the window. He's like, "Hey, where you going?" He's like, I'm down here to pick up other people." And he's like, I'm giving you 1,000 rand. Let's turn back." I was like, so this is what happened to our Uber. This is what happened to our Uber. Someone at the top there, like, the first people it passes, bribed him to turn back. Like, that's my conclusion. Like, what else could it be? Because we started calling him and he didn't pick up the phone. I was like, wow. So it's not only all these people being mean to us, we are also being mean to each other, which is like super super bad. Some of us had to stand there, and when I left there were still people. So there's probably people who went home at like 5 a.m. after the concert was done at like 11:30. Yeah, so it went down, you guys. It was scary, it was unsafe, but one thing I'm grateful for is that I didn't hear any gunshot. I didn't hear any gunshot or anything like that. There, like, people who looked very suspicious passed by me, passed by us, and I just had to hold on to my ankle and my bag. Like, they would just pass around, and I'm like, I don't know, but like, yeah, we arrived home safe, and I hope other people got home safe too. But yeah, it really went down. You wouldn't want to be there for 3 hours. Let me tell you, I was scared. I was really really scared. I'm really really grateful, and I'm really sorry for the people who got mugged. Like, you would feel so sorry for them. People were crying. Other people didn't have phones anymore to call transport or call home or anything because they lost their stuff. When I see it with some tweets, people are saying those people had already started selling the things they took. I was like, what is going on? Like, what is happening? Like, we were, imagine a crowd of 65,000 people. The people who went up with thousands and thousands, even if it wasn't the whole crowd, with thousands and thousands and thousands, and you could literally count the police. How are we supposed to be safe? Because and the answer is going to be, we're out of the safety zone. I think we have the right to be safe anywhere in the country. Like, we can call the police anywhere in the country, but like, the way we ignored was just not fine. But yeah, that's what went down. I'm safe. I got home safe, and I hope other people are safe too. I think I rambled a lot in this video because I was trying to arrange it, but there's no way I could. None of it was arranged. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I am going to record another video of the concert itself, like inside, because this is when we went out. So I'll tell you about it, like running out of water and stuff like that, standing in the sun for more than 7 hours and all of that. I'll tell you guys about it in the next video, so subscribe to my channel for more videos. I love you guys and thank you so much for watching. Bye.